I went ahead and I worked on both side plates, thinking they was the right size. After looking at J Miles' work, I realized I made them too narrow. So I had to actually rebuild the entire thigh section so it wraps around my leg like it's supposed to. So like I said, it's been really helpful for me to make Calibretto more accurate, basically, to the actual concept art. So right now I'm looking at the upper torso, the bend, the curve, all that, just making sure that I'm on the right, the right point. It bends to, of course, around the side of the torso, um, but I don't think I'm going to even bother doing a wedge cut. But let's just double check. It does actually bend in some, like kind of curves on the side a little bit, so I might actually have to do that. Alright, let's go back to the other picture of the concept art. Uh, I might not have to because just from the bend that I'm going to give it on the front, that actually might make the sides come in like they should. Yeah. And if not, I'll just use my heat gun at that point to just do whatever little bit of bending I have to do in that front piece. And of course, I gotta do the same thing to the back piece too. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that extra. Damn, this is gonna be huge. you know, and the funny thing is, the actual chest area, when you look at it in comparison to the rest of the body, it's not that big. But the shoulders themselves are pretty much the same size as the chest. So I'll be walking sideways to some doorways for sure, if I can get through the doorways. So I make sure that I give this a curve. Because it is under the arm and it does kind of swoop up. So I got that. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of tape on it. And cut it. Okay, let's try this again. Let's get it back up here. Once again, hold it up just to make sure that I'm placing this properly. Because remember, I'm going to be putting the wedges under my shoulders. Really over my shoulders, I should say. Okay, that's the bend for that. Yep, it's about right. It's about right. I might. I'm gonna. I'm gonna open this up a little bit more. The neck area. Don't want to go too far down though, because there's a whole piece that goes up in here. There's a grill and the whole 9 yards. So I don't want to cut too deep on that, but I do want to be able to make sure that I have, some good space, on my neck. You know, you want to try to make sure that your cosplay is as comfortable as it can possibly be, especially if it's armor. Granted, whenever you wear armor, your movement is definitely limited. Especially when you're doing something like this. But that still does not mean that you cannot attempt to make it as comfortable for yourself as possible. And it'll go a long way when you're at those conventions and you're walking around for 5, 6 hours in that suit. Especially if you can't sit down in the suit. You know, um, this will be the first big armor that I've ever made that I can actually sit down in because of the way the armor plates are lined up. There's a butt plate that I have a hinge, so I can actually just flip that bad boy up and be able to, reasonably sit down, with no problem. So that's a plus. All right, gotta make some space here now so I can get ready to cut this out of the phone. In case you guys are wondering, I'm probably going to go through about 40, 50 stacks of foam on this suit. I've already gone through a bunch. But yeah, a lot of foam usage. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I was right. This pretty much takes up full sheet. Okay, so let's see. I already knew I was probably going to have to add a little bit to the top, so I'll go ahead and work this way so I can squeeze everything else in on this sheet and just have that little excess there to deal with. And I'm okay with that only because there's this gold cap piece that's gonna go over that section anyway. I'm probably gonna take some of this here and then just glue it into place right there and then just sand it down with the sander and that'll be fine. Marker. Alright, got it all pinned down. Now I'll just trace it. Now, I apologize, guys, for there being no music in my stream. I just don't want to get muted by that damn copyright bot. You know how that goes. Gotta find somebody that has time to make me like about 4 or 5 tracks, so I can just kind of loop those through my stream, so you guys can have some music to groove to while y'all watching me work. Cut a piece of this off now. And snap this back into place. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So I can pull this out. Hey man, it's doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing, man? How's your Sunday treating you? Alright, slide you here temporarily. Let's cut this bad boy out. For any of you guys that do cosplay or even do around the house work, I bought these blades here, and they're made by Husky from a Husky knife, but they are serrated X-Acto knife blades. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but instead of the blade being just straight, there's a slight wave to it like that, and then there's little teeth on that wave. This damn thing cuts like a charm, like a damn shark or some tuna fish. It does not play at all. And it lasts a lot longer than the regular straight edge blades. So you guys may want to get some. It comes in a little box like this. So if you need to buy some, that's the way to go. I am very happy with them. So if I'm blocking the overhead cam, but I gotta make sure that I get that top down cut, well, a 90-degree angle cut basically with this blade, because if not, I'll end up having to take more time with the Dremel to give it perfectly straight. Okay. Alright, so really quick, I'm going to glue this in place. I do want to use some contact cement, but it's going to take me a minute. Fuck it. I'll let it take me a minute. Let's see. You can use a throwaway brush, or sometimes you can do something like this. You can just cut yourself a small little wedge out of foam, and you can use that. Now the difference between contact cement and say turn on my fan too. Difference between contact cement and crazy glue.